And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome aboard the David Bowers Awards, and hello, the legendary John Bon Jovial. How are things in Jovial land?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's hotter than hell, and although I've heard there in Arizona, it's about the same.
Yeah, I think our actual temperature is about your feel-like temperature. We're up about 114.
Today it was, of course, nobody really cares about this insane banter that we do, but today it was, I think the temperature, the actual air temperature was 93 degrees, which on the surface doesn't sound too bad, but the feels-like temperature, when you factor in the dew point and the oppressive humidity, was actually 117 degrees for a short period of time today here in beautiful Naples, Florida.
Yeah, like I said, your feels like was about our actual temperature. But hey, we're ready to rock and roll. We got some great music this week, and remember, this is the show where everyone's a winner. It is the award show simply because we figured there are so many award shows. We'd make every show an award show, which automatically makes every guest an award winner. And we're going to play some of that award-winning music right now. We have the sounds of a South Korean girl group. They're a group of 9 girls. They debuted in October of 2015 with an EP called The Story Begins and rose to fame the following year with a single, Cheer Up, which charted #1 on several charts. It was played around the world and helped them to break into the big time as one of the more successful K-pop groups. Their new release is called Dance the Night Away. Here is Twice.
You and me in the moonlight, 별꽃 축제 열린 밤, 파도 소리를 들고 춤을 추는 이 순간, 이 느낌 정말 딱이야. 바다야 우리와 같이 놀아, 사람아 너도 이쪽으로 와. 별빛 조명 안에서 너와 나와 세상과 다 같이 party all night long. Yeah, it's good. If you wanna have some fun, 짭짤한 공기처럼 이 순간에 특별한 행복을 놓치지 마. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 저 우주 위로 날아갈 때 춤추러 가. Hey, let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, let's go. 저 바다 건너 들릴 때 소리 질러. Let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. You and me in this cool night. 미소 짓는 마지막인 듯 소리 질러 저 멀리 끝없이 날아오를 듯 힘껏 뛰어 더 높이 오늘이 마지막인 듯 소리 질러 저 멀리 쏟아지는 별빛과 Oh let's dance the night away Let's dance the night away Yeah 1, 2, 3 let's go 저 바다 건너 들릴 듯 소리 질러 Let's dance the night away Yeah 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 Let's dance the night away 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 Let's dance the night away
That's a group called Twice from South Korea, and Dance the Night Away here on the David Bowers Awards. We're here on Blog Talk Radio, as well as on iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Spreaker, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, and all over the internet there. If you can't find us, you write us and tell us, and we'll find a place in your area where you can hear the David Bowers Awards. And we want to say hello to our friends also who also listen to us in Rochester, New York, on wonderful WRFZ FM 106.3 Rochester Free Radio. Yes, thank you for the little Pam's jingle there in the background.
You're welcome.
Say hello to all of our friends in Rochester, including Mary Perry of the Rochester area, who is an accredited disability representative and underwrites the David Bowers Awards on WRFZ and Rochester Free Radio. And we thank her so much for liking our show enough to underwrite it and share it with all the listeners in the Rochester, New York area. Thank you very much, Mary Perry. We love you. And we also have we have our first The David Bowers Award of the week as well. So let's get right to that now. And our first The David Bowers Award of the week goes to a group that has released their first album after 9 years. They finally decided it was time to make an album, and we're pleased to say that this is a previous guest of ours, a group from Rochester, New York, who called themselves the Tombstone Hands. And they're not even from Tombstone. I suppose they have hands. It would be hard to play the instruments if they didn't. But, hey, we congratulate them. They have a new album out, and you can find it you can find it at the Tombstone Hands pages online. It's instrumental rock and roll, and they do some heavy stuff. They are saluters of the rock and roll of years gone by, including Link Ray of Rumble fame. And as a matter of fact, we had them on the show. Steve Litvak was with us back when we did around the time we did the Link Ray salute. In the Rochester newspaper, the Rochester City newspaper, has done a nice write-up on them, said that they're an instrumental power trio, and they play full throttle, in-your-face, guitar-driven frenzy. That's the way they word it. Guitarist Steve Litvak wields his guitar like a Viking. Drummer Brian Pete joins in. Bassist Dennis Germ Jones. They get together, lay down a groove that peels the asses off the bar stools, as the paper says. They've been at it since 2009, and they figured 9 years of rocking and rolling should warrant a record album, and I agree. It's about time. So the band compiled the best versions of individual songs they've been recording live all over town, put them on an album called Instrumental Rock and Roll, and it's all there for you. Link Ray, Henry Mancini, The Ventures, you name it. Big, it's loud, it's classic. Check them out, Reverb Nation. You can find them on Facebook or contact them directly at tombstonehands@gmail.com. That's tombstonehands@gmail.com. And hey, maybe we'll get them back on here and play a couple of more tracks off their album than we did the last time they were here. Look forward to that. You check out the music. And meanwhile, we're going to move right along here and check out some music from our guests of the week. Our first guest is a young lady from Canada, a solo pop dance DJ, electronic dance music, hip-hop, R&B, songwriter, and artist from Calgary, Alberta. She began performing as a solo artist about 3 years ago, 2015. Her debut single, the summer hit Jackpot, was certified platinum in Canada in September and reached the top 15 on multiple Canadian commercial charts. Jackpot also reached number 12 on the Shazam Canada Top 100 and number 13 on the iTunes Canada Top 200 Pop Songs chart. Her second single, Feels Right, was certified gold in Canada in February of 2018. We're going to play for you her most recent hit. Then we're going to talk with Jocelyn, if I can still talk. We're going to talk with Jocelyn, and then we're going to hear about her brand new release, which we'll be playing for you in just a few minutes. Right now, her previous hit, it's called I Know. Here's Jocelyn Alice.
This is Michaela, and you're listening to The David Bowers.
It's called I Know by our next guest, Jocelyn Alice from Canada. Come on in here, say hello to everybody, and let's talk a bit, Jocelyn.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, doing well, thank you, and so glad you were able to come by and come talk with us and share your music. You've got quite a track record for someone that's had a career that's only about 3 years old.
Yeah, you know, I waited a long time to release